I just saw Avatar 3 Fire and Ash, and today in this video I'm going to be talking about the plot and what I thought about it and just giving you my overall thoughts of the whole movie. That being said, there is going to be some slight spoilers in here, so if you haven't seen the movie and don't want anything spoiled, I might be talking about some plot points, so I recommend probably hopping off this video. So the story starts with the Sully clan trying to figure out what they need to do with Spider because he's a moron and wants to live on a planet where he can't breathe. So they decide to give him to the Wind clan, and that way he can go be with his people and live by breathing through these masks that he's running out of. And then the Fire people ambushed the Wind clan and the Sullys, and everyone gets separated, and this is where the adventure begins. Now, before I start going off of things that I don't like about the movie, let me just start by saying, once again, this movie is so incredible to look at. The frame rate difference, I think it's at 48 frames, whereas most movies are at 24 frames, is a little jarring at first, but I mean, if you've seen the other two movies, they do the exact same thing. I also saw it in 3D, and I don't know why James Cameron has a hard-on for 3D. I'm pretty sure he's the only person in the world that has this love, this undying love for 3D, but I cannot stand it, and the only way to see this movie in IMAX was to watch it with 3D, and so it took roughly the first hour and a half for my eyes to actually adjust. I hate 3D so much, but yeah, anyway, the movie looks great. It's so just jarring to realize halfway through the movie, like, none of this is actually real. It's so cool. It's awesome. The whales look awesome. The people, the characters, they look awesome as well. Yeah, everything looks awesome, minus the 3D. Fuck 3D. I love the first two Avatar movies. Every single time I watched them, I was just so amazed. I remember when Avatar 2, The Way of Water came out, like over a decade after the first Avatar, I was just so blown away. I even said, I was like, I can literally just watch 5 hours of James Cameron's Pandora with the fish and everything like that. Like, it all just looks so impressive. But with this one, I was bored so fast. And I think it's because this is literally the exact same movie as the second one. You have Lowak go on the same boring adventure underwater where he almost dies because he never listens to anyone and he's just an idiot. They have to protect the whales again. The final battle sequence literally looks like the same exact setting. They all have to fight on this ship, and I was just so bored. I've seen this movie already, and it's 3 hours and 17 minutes long. That's a lot of damn time. Okay, so it's gonna sound like I really didn't like the movie, but I'm just frustrated because it was 3 hours 17 minutes and I was bored pretty much off the jump. After they got separated, I started to get bored. But the only difference in this movie, I would say, is they have the Fire Clan, and they get captured like 4 or 5 times. I shit you not. It's crazy how many times they get captured, they break free, they get captured again, over and over again. That's the whole movie, is just getting captured and then breaking free. How in God's name did the kid who plays Spider get casted in that role? He can't act good, at least. Like, I hate to be rude, but you're putting them in the forefront of the movie. I'm paying $50 for 2 IMAX tickets. I'm gonna be a little bit angry if I'm watching someone and they can't really dish it out acting wise. So my goodness, why him? Not to mention his character is hella dumb. So it's just like bad acting with a stupid character, and he's front stage for most of the movie. So cool, man. Lowak is such a boring character. He never listens to his dad, and he wonders why his dad doesn't approve of him. Speaking of his dad, Jake Sully is a terrible father. There's a part where he tells Lowak that he's proud of him, and it's because he was able to get the job done. But it might sound cliche, but that's not really what you should tell your children. You should tell them that you're always proud of them, and then if anything, you just don't know how to express you being proud of them. Not like, oh, you finally did this one thing, so now I'm proud of you. What? Kiri, Sigourney Weaver's like surrogate child, weird clone baby, is fine. She's probably my favorite character in the entire film, except for this one part where they go and meet Awa, and it's just like this really cringe dream sequence where they're like pushing against the wind, and the only way that she can do it is with the help of her little sister and Spider. It might sound dumb, it looked really dumb, but it was cool to see what Awa looks like, but you don't really get to see her because it's like half of her face, and right before she looks away, the thing that they have their mind penises connected to explodes. It gets torpedoed. So that sequence was just bad. Neytiri is all over the place. I can understand that she's mourning over the death of her son, but man, she's like always been my favorite character, and the fact that she's just like super racist towards humans, is that considered being racist? I don't know. But Jake Sully even gets her to admit that she's not completely okay with the fact that her kids are half human because of their hands and they don't look Na'vi. And I don't know, man. I was just laughing so much when she would see Varang, the fire leader, and they would just hiss at each other. It happened like 3 or 4 times, and I couldn't help but laugh. Like I couldn't take it serious. I don't know, man. Korich is cool, but the way that they handle his character at the end is so... It's clearly sequel bait. He's clearly, if he died right there, he's gonna come back. He clearly impregnated Varang, which that's cool, I guess. I guess he can go through this weird father arc with, the new baby and comparing it to Spider. But, Spiders in future movies, I don't know if I want to see them. I'm going on a tangent. Yeah, Korich is cool. It's just, I really don't like how he couldn't just come to grips. Like, you're literally enjoying having a relationship with one of these Na'vi. And I get that you're using the Fire Clan as an advantage, because you're giving them these weapons and things like that. First of all, how did he get clearance to do that over the general? You're not supposed to think about it. All good. Yeah, I think it would have been so much better for him to realize that he does care about Pandora and these people, because, he keeps fighting it. He has this internal fight. And instead of having like this big monologue, as a villain and like express himself, he just gets put into a corner and just jumps off the edge. And I started laughing. I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess. Also, in the last battle, it starts off and all the whales are like protecting the babies and everything like that, and they just start absolutely destroying the fleet that's coming to, kill the whales. And the good guys are winning, almost cartoonishly. They're absolutely obliterating everyone. And then time passes and we got to follow the textbook all hope is lost moment, but it's like the whales just disappear. They were absolutely annihilating this fleet and they just vanish out of nowhere because they were beating them so bad that James Cameron had to remove them from the fight so the Fire Clan could just decimate the Na'vi. Where did the whales go, bro? Where did the whales go? Now, it might sound like I hate this movie, and I don't. Like I said, I'm just frustrated with it. And there are things that I like, though. When the Fire Clan first ambushes the Wind Clan, I thought that whole sequence was really cool. Even when Varang makes one of her fighters a kamikaze, and that was really cool. I like the whole sequence. It's just, the other things I said are just greatly outweighing my enjoyment of the film. When I saw Way of Water, I think it was back in 2022, I was like, that was so amazing. It made me feel like the kid that saw the first movie. And when I walked out of this theater, I was just so upset. I've been struggling with this because it's the same movie, so why do I feel so upset? And I think it's because when they originally announced that they're doing a second movie, they said that they're going to do a total of 6. When I heard that and I saw the second movie, I was so excited to see these other movies because I'm like, oh my god, this world is so amazing. Pandora is so cool. Like, there's so many layers to it. Where can James Cameron take us and keep showing us this beautiful world and like this beautiful CGI, and everything is beautiful. And so I was able to forget like all the plot holes in the first 2 movies because I was having so much fun watching it, But what he showed me with this one is that we've pretty much seen everything there is to Pandora. You can maybe show some other clans, some new animals and stuff like that, but at least for me, I got it. I am genuinely so confused and no longer excited for the following 3 movies. What is he going to talk about? If every single one of these movies has been 3 hours, so we have another 9 hours, possibly 10 hours to go in Pandora, what are we going to be doing? Are we going to go see some new fish? We're going to go maybe see a Pandora giraffe, maybe a lion. We already saw like a panther. They're going to take the fight to Earth. That might be kind of cool. Maybe I'll come back for that. But if we're just doing some more Pandora stuff, I think I'm checked out, honestly. It's really cool to see the spectacle, but I'm just really frustrated with this movie, as you can probably tell. Overall, I think it's the most technically impressive, lackluster blockbuster I have ever seen in my life. And for that, I have no choice but to give Avatar: Ash and Fire a 4 out of 10. Have you seen this movie? What did you think of it? Am I way off with my opinions of it? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.